Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on our next virtual series for meeting the ABMA Legislative Committee. With us today, we have Ida Hicks of Swift Supply in Daphne, Alabama. Thank you for joining us today, Ida.
Great. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So with that, I guess we will jump right into it. The questions that I have for you. The first one is, how did you get involved in the lumber and building materials industry?
Okay, I think like many of us, it's a family business. So I'm actually the sixth generation. So we go back to 1839. So I've been doing this a long time. My brother and I took over from my dad, about 6 years ago.
Excellent, thank you. So it's you and your brother that do it together, right?
It is, yes.
That's nice. And how old did you say you were when you started getting involved?
Well, I would say my whole life. I certainly worked within the business all through high school in the summers, and just really worked my way up from the ground up, like most people do in a family business. So I've done a little bit of everything.
So it's in your blood, but you worked your way up too.
I did, yes, absolutely.
I'm sure you've heard me in the other videos and things. That's one of my favorite things about this industry and why I'm so passionate about it is just the family-owned business aspect. You don't see a lot of that everywhere anymore these days, and it's very strong in lumber and building materials. And I think it's something that makes us stand out. So it's cool that you can speak to that too. The second question I have for you is a little bit more about your business. So tell us about it, your location or locations, your number of employees, etc.
Yes, so we have 6 lumber yards. We are in South Alabama, with one of our lumber yards being in Pensacola, Florida. So we're right on the Alabama-Florida line. And we also have a truss manufacturing facility and a kitchen and bath design center. And we have about 135 employees.
Excellent, thank you. And then the last thing for today is, the reason we're here, the reason I know you, which is the American Building Materials Alliance. So I just wanted to ask you, what do you think is one of the most important issues for the ABMA to tackle?
Ooh, I think there's several great issues that we need to tackle, and I know that we are, and we're doing great things within those. There's so many things facing us, from supply chain issues to inflation, to softwood lumber agreement and workforce development. So it's hard to pick just one to put at the top of that list. But if I absolutely had to, I would probably say workforce development is really critical for us. We have an aging workforce. We have a real need to attract and retain employees, and that's a major focus for us right now.
Yeah, and as you said, that's a common thread against all of our committee members is workforce development, but both at the federal level and the state level that we all represent. It's the same recurring issue, and it's a chain effect. If you can't fill workers, then you can't, fill the jobs that would help with the supply chain, like trucking, and then inflation occurs because you can't get goods somewhere. So it's, cyclical. And it's definitely something that ABMA is prioritizing as a number one issue, and will continue to do so. So Ida, thank you very much for joining us today. It was nice virtually meeting you. And everyone, we hope that you keep in touch with what ABMA is up to on abmalliance.org and all of our social media channels. So Ida, thank you again for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Bye.